Namaste, beautiful yogis. Welcome to another healing class. Let's begin. At the front of the mat, you will bring your feet about hip width apart, parallel to each other. Outer edges of the feet parallel to each other. Bend the knees, keep them soft, and you will just fold over your legs, fall forward. Sit back into your heels and hang here for a second. Wrap your wrists around your elbows and allow your arms to be very heavy so that they're in essence allowing you to stretch your upper back, of course lower back as well. Bring your attention to your face and relax it, just let it go. Let go of the ways you hold your face muscles, expression. Begin to cultivate inner smile, corners of the lips are smiling. And just stay with this inner smile, not only throughout the class, but throughout your entire day and tomorrow and the week and the month and the year in your life. Keep that inner smile. It will remind you, it will bring you back into the moment and remind you about your blessings. No matter where you're at and who you are and what you're going through, you always have your blessings. You have to be aware of them, you have to notice them. Be grateful for them. Big breath in, and as you exhale, feel your ribcage giving in, relaxing, letting go. Inhale, and as you exhale, sides of the torso, relaxing and lengthening your torso. Inhale again. Exhale and allow yourself to feel your spine decompressing, letting go. Inhale again. Exhale and allow your head to be heavy so the neck is relaxing completely. And release your hands on the ground. Come back into a squat or come down into a squat. And you will bring your shoulders between your knees and walk your hands to the front of the mat. Allow your head to hang again here, and you will feel this as a nice stretch throughout the back of your body, shoulders stretching. Excellent. Bring your hands on the ground and bring your knees on the ground, coming into all fours. Coming onto all fours. From here, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath. The hips arch your back and look up. Exhale, round your back and look towards your navel. Inhale, arch and look up, open the chest, widen the back. Exhale, look towards the navel. Inhale, look up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, looking up. And back to neutral. From here, step your feet back into plank. Press your heels away from you. Strong shoulders, strong chest, strong belly. And now bring your attention to your belly. Do you feel the strength? With which your midsection is holding your upper and lower body together. The sky and the earth, essentially. The connection between your willpower and your strength, inner strength. Squeeze your inner thighs towards the midline. And from here, walk your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Lift your hands over your head, look between your hands. Lift a little higher and let your feet sink into your mat. And let's clasp or bring your left hand around your right wrist, reach over to one side, reach over to your left. Inhale, coming back to center and over to the opposite side. Keep your shoulders back. And back to center. Open the arms out to the sides, feet hip width apart. And you can actually here let the hips follow you and twist to one side without locking the hips, just twist easy. Back to center, twist over to the other side. Back to center, this time lock the hips and just move from the spinal rotation, hips facing forward. Twist over to your left. Back to center, twist over to the right. Back to center, reach over the head. Glide your right hand down the right leg and reach over to your right with your left arm, keeping everything in the same plane and elongating your sides. Inhale, back to center, over to the opposite side. Inhale, coming up, lift. Exhale, diving down, forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you. Spread your fingers wide open, plank. Bring the outer edge of your right foot on the floor, side plank. Plank, side plank on the opposite side. Plank. One more time, right hand on the floor, side plank. Hands on the floor, side plank. Back to center. And lower down onto your belly. Squeeze your elbows into your chest, open, into your ribcage, sorry, open the chest. Hold here, cobra. Lengthen the back of your neck and feel your belly stretching here. Try not to crank back, try to really elongate the spine here, extending the tailbone down, pressing all 10 toes down into the ground and finding a lot of length in the lower back, openness in the upper back. Excellent. Exhale down, exhale child's pose. Sorry. And while we are here in child's pose, we're going to begin to contemplate the deeper psyche, the internal workings of your heart and mind. Come up, sitting on your heels, hands over the heart. Standing here for a few moments. And this class is a continuation on the Broken Heart Vinyasa, where we contemplated the healing of a broken heart. And here we'll go a little further, or we'll take a little bit of a different approach to the same concept of feeling the heart broken or feeling of despair. And one thing I want to encourage you is to always be willing to grow and accept these challenges as an opportunity to grow, rather than expect everything to always be perfect in life, in which there will be no growth. You will experience no growth through your life, because in ease you're not going to face your deepest fears and transcend through that and beyond that, because we all have our next level to get to. Our next biggest realization what is hidden from the conscious mind, and you have to go into that fear, face it, and emerge anew. So whenever you face pain, of course you have to be ready for that, and your soul has to be ready. But whenever you're experiencing pain, and when you sit down with yourself in complete honesty, the bottom line is that oftentimes this pain stems from fear. So you become honest with yourself and start facing that fear. And instead of trying to escape, run away, or avoid pain or the fear or the source of the pain, try to sit down, sit with yourself, and just sit and go through it. It will take you through a process of intense pain. And as long as your soul is ready, you can endure it and grow through this and become ecstatic at the end, because you will have learned a great deal about yourself and you have grown from that, instead of staying in the same place throughout your life. You really want to find the spots and the places that trigger your growth. And usually loss of a relationship, love, those are big triggers for growth. And with that in mind, let's stretch the hands to the front of the mat and lower the chest down towards the ground, which is heart to the ground. We shall call this pose heart on the earth pose. And again, try to elongate the back, lower back. Breathe into your upper back, stretching the belly. Excellent. Coming back up onto all fours, tuck your toes under, plank. Coming back to awareness about your midsection, willpower, your strength as a being, the way you hold your beliefs, and the way you hold yourself together. And let's take the right knee forward and draw a circle with your knee, and left knee circle, right knee circle, left knee circle, right knee circle, left knee circle, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now notice the direction of the circles you were drawing, and reverse. Right with a reverse circle, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, draw them back, right, left, right, left, knees on the ground, lower down, cobra, squeeze your elbows in. Open the chest, graceful, and ready to accept whatever is coming your way as a blessing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bowing forward and being willing to grow, to change, to evolve, and to see all your challenges as your opportunities, as your potentiality, as your potential to grow, as your little trigger points that propel you, that push you forward, that take you out of your stagnancy and move you forward in the areas you were fearful to face, in the areas you were fearful to explore. Bowing and being grateful here in downward facing dog for all these opportunities that are being sent your way as blessings in disguise. Inhale your right leg up, step your right foot between your hands, drop the back heel down, warrior one, hips facing forward, pressing the right hip back. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. Exhale down. Step it back, lower down. Choose your vinyasa, either chaturanga or upward dog or cobra. Upward dog. Second chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Take the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. Drop the back heel down. Warrior one. Pay attention to your hips here. Right hip pressing forward, left hip pressing back. Pay attention to your feet. Stay in your body. Aware of your body, staying here in this present moment in your body. Exhale down, present in your breath. Step it back. Chaturanga, upward dog. Chaturanga, downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide open. Come back into your breath. Pay attention to your Uddiyana Bandha. This is the energy center, or a lock as they call it, around your solar plexus. Lifting through your tailbone. Present in your body. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between your hands. Drop the back heel down. Warrior two. Sink a little deeper here. Externally rotate the left hip. Breathe in openness into your hips. Breathe in openness into your chest area. Just open the arms. Reach out and be open. Try not to contract and hold yourself tight and all put together. Try to be open. In your strength and openness, there is no vulnerability. The most vulnerable place for us is when we're all shut down, closed down, because we are hurting ourselves for sure. For sure. When you're open, maybe you're taking some risk, but at least you are taking a risk to be open and to experience life rather than for sure get hurt when you're closed down. So there's always a risk, but there is ecstasy in the risk. And let's turn the right palm up and reach up and over the head. And the ecstasy is the opportunity to grow. We're not here to just sit in the comfort of our stability, illusionary stability. Sit there and enjoy that comfort and stagnate. We're here to expand and grow and learn and teach. Reach ahead of you, lower the right hand down and hold. We're moving slower here because I want you to pay attention to your body, your joints, the way you feel, the breath. Reach over your head. Turn the palm of your hand down. Exhale, both hands down. Lift the back heel up, lower the knee, and stretch. Lift your back knee off the floor, roll onto the outer edges of your feet, and sit back into your right hip. Open the right hand up. Twist up here. The chest is twisting up. And sit in your hip. Sit back into your hip and feel it. Excellent. Reach ahead of you with your right hand and keep sitting back in that hip. Great. And bring your hands on the floor, plank alignment. Right foot on the outside of the right hand. And you will step back. Cross your right foot on top of the left. Take a chaturanga plank. And step your foot next to the right hand again. Step back. Chaturanga plank, step it forward, step back, chaturanga plank, step it forward, step back, chaturanga plank, step it forward. I think that's 5, but I'll do one more just in case I'm not counting. right? And I'll consider this 5. If it's 6, oh well. We are just getting stronger. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga, downward facing dog. When I talk, I can lose count, but I will make sure to be counting up rather than down, or whatever that is, but to make sure we're doing more reps rather than less reps. Coming back to your breath. Let's stay here for 5 to 10 breaths and really focus on unhinging, so to speak, symbolically to speak, the breath, freeing the breath, liberating the breath, ease through your breath and grandness through your breath. Nice, deep, free-flowing breath. Experiencing your own freedom, the freedom of your soul, of your mind, the freedom of your heart. Lifting the hips away from the hands. And let's inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands and come up, warrior 2. Taking nice wide stance here, holding, making sure your knee is directed forward. Step onto that right foot as if you're standing, so that you're placing the same amount of weight on the inside and outside, and the alignment of the foot is really as if you're standing straight on your foot. Turn the left palm up and walk your right hand down the right leg. Lengthen and really reach, so keep the left knee bent and really lengthen here. Excellent. Side angle. Keep opening the right hip. Bring your left hip in, so if you tend to pop it back, bring it in and rotate it in and reach over the head. Both hands on the ground. Turn the back heel up, lower the knee down and hold here. A nice stretch for your hips, hip flexors, quadriceps. Tuck the tailbone under and keep the left knee over the ankle or behind the ankle. In every pain, there is an opportunity for you to actually take the positives out of it. In each and every fear and pain, there is an opportunity for you to grow and to become stronger, more centered, and more aware, or better connected with your own self. More aware of yourself, knowing yourself better. In each pain, you have this opportunity. If you hide from the pain, avoid it, and resent it, you are running the chance to never grow from it and to carry it around for the rest of your life. So you have to remember that everything in life is a choice. That's my belief, but I'll share my belief. It is all a choice. How we take things and how we process things, that's our choice. And when you know that you have to get over something, you can choose to take 20 years of suffering to get over it, or you can choose to grow consciously through it and become stronger and count it as your blessing and move forward. Don't take anything as final. The way Inez's poem was, "No pain is final, my dear." Just remember that. Nothing is final. You have the opportunity to grow through it. And from here, you're going to roll onto the outer edges of your feet, and all the joy of stretching the hips, sit back in the left hip and really open here, and just feel this as, sometimes I describe to myself in my head, yoga is mana dripping onto my soul and my heart and my hips, because it brings all this circulation
and prana into each and every area of your body, and you can guide the breath there, and you can awaken your body in ways that you didn't know, or even be aware of body parts you didn't have connection with. And reach over the head. Excellent. Both hands on the floor, left foot on the outside of the left hand. Step it back, cross it over, chaturanga plank, and that's 1. Step forward. 2, 3, 4, 5. And excellent. And keep your left foot behind the right, crossing, so the right foot is in front of the left, crossing the feet. Walk your hands to the back of the room and stretch here. Forward bend, feet crossing. Feel that going into your hip, that stretch. Hamstring, IT bend. You can walk your hands over to your right, left, and just get into your obliques here and walk forward to the front of the room. Cross the feet the opposite way, left foot forward, walk back and hang here. Head is heavy. Breathe and walk over to one side, over to the opposite side. Breathe. Experience the opening of different areas of your body. We're talking here tissue and muscles, so experience uneven joints. Experience the openness there, the opening and the joy in that, and the lack of resistance on your part, and translate this into your life. Not resisting the flow of things, moving with the flow of things. Great. Plank. Back to your willpower. For this class, we'll call it willpower pose. Not wheeling bullishly through things and through life, gracefully understanding things with the strength of your core and the gentleness of your heart. Lower down onto your belly, elbows in, cobra. Lower down, reach back, grab your left foot with your right hand and lift. Opening the shoulder here. Release. Opposite side. Softening the shoulder. Release. Tuck your toes under, coming onto all fours. Bring your right hand underneath palm of the hand up and back of the shoulder on the ground. Coming up and changing sides. You always have a choice on how you view things, the way you look at things. Everything can be seen from so many perspectives, and that's true for everything in life. So your perspective is key to how you shape your life, your beliefs, and your understanding of your life and your life lessons. For example, your room doesn't look quite the same now that you're all twisted and looking from it from upside, from downside up and coming back up with an adjusted, nice, juicy spine. And take your toes under, downward facing dog. I'm making a conscious effort to not resist any pose in this flow. It is a very slow flow, so I'm just making sure in each pose I'm just letting go, giving in, allowing it, allowing the pose. There is no resistance, no holding myself together. Everything is flowing, the breath is going into the areas where it has to go, and everything, it feels like it's awakening. I feel the spine awakening. Everything feels like there is just an awakening of energy, of circulation, prana going into those areas. So I encourage you to just keep breathing and keep letting go, allowing stretches, twists, deepening to happen, opening to happen. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands, drop the back heel down, warrior two. Sink a little deeper. Straighten the leg, twist or press your hips back, reach way ahead of you, small bend, micro bend in your knees, and triangle pose. I find micro bends in the knees very important for probably, I will completely butcher the statistics here, but probably 50% of females should pay attention to the knees in triangle because there is the tendency to overextend them. Reach over your head. It's a great pose, but you don't want to really straighten your knees here, especially if you're younger. You want to protect them because when you're older you would feel it if you go a little too far, but when you're younger you still don't feel those things, and it's good to develop the awareness through yoga. Exhale, both hands on the floor, forward bend, wide-legged forward bend. Walking to the back of your room, feet in warrior two alignment, warrior two, left foot leading. Right before this class, I am at the moment uploading a really strong class, so don't worry, you have a lot of variety too. That other one is very impact, quickly moving, no time for chit-chatting. Straightening the leg, reaching way ahead of you, and lengthen, triangle pose. Tucking the tailbone under. Try not to overdo this pose. Try not to overthink it, is what I mean. Because there is so many body parts you can be thinking about, you can overcorrect and you can become a little too stiff, soldier-like in your pose. I like a little bit of fluidity in the pose. It allows me to feel it better. Now, for example, if I want to be completely magazine perfect, I'll take a little closer stance. I'll completely tuck my tailbone under, really lengthen through here, straighten my legs and reach. And that is great too, but I feel like yielding into this pose and not becoming too militaristic in it. And release the hands down and lower down in a wide-legged forward bend. Walk your hands to the front of the mat and Take a plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands, drop the back heel down and come up. Warrior one and lower down and step it back, chaturanga, upward dog, chaturanga, downward dog, and take the left foot between the hands and come up and lower down, just moving with your breath. And plank, chaturanga, upward dog, chaturanga, downward dog. And that's one Surya Namaskar. It is Surya Namaskar A, except for we're adding B, except for we're adding the second chaturanga, which of course is optional, but I encourage you to do it. And how about, I have an idea. I've been planning it for quite a while. How about I will stop talking, because there is more truth in silence than in any words. I will stop talking, and in silence with our eyes closed if you can, we do 10 of those. So basically 5 on each side of those Surya Namaskars, and focus on your breath and just move at your own pace. And when we're done, we'll just meet back either in downward facing dog, or if you're too pooped, you can be in child's pose. And if you need to be in child's pose at any time, do that. So let's do that. Starting in downward facing dog and moving right leg counts as 1, left leg counts as 2, and so forth up until you complete 10, which is practically 5.
Let's take a couple more breaths in downward facing dog. I hope you're ecstatic. I hope you're meeting me on this side of the Surya Namaskars. Ecstatic. Drop the knees on the ground. And this time, favorite pose. Bring your right hand on the inside of your right foot and grab the outer edge of your left foot. Tuck your head under and take that variation of plow. We've done it a few times before, 5 times maybe, 6 in previous classes. And as you come out of this, stretch your left leg out, inner thigh of the leg stretching. Excellent. And back to all fours. We're going to go to the same pose on the opposite side. Left hand, inner edge of the left foot, tuck your left shoulder under and grab the outer edge of your right foot with your right hand and roll. If your body wants to roll over, what's holding me is that extended right leg and I'm holding it. That's why I'm not tipping over. And when you come out of this, stretch the inner thigh on the right side. All the joy of inner thigh stretches. And come into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. Come into high lunge, twist, hands in prayer. You can clasp under. Release, hands on the ground, and you can work on whatever level of split you're at. And coming out of this, take your left leg up, step the left foot between the hands, high lunge, exhale, twist, clasp, release the breath. If you're holding it stuck somewhere, release it. Coming out, and you can lower down into joyous splits. Now, a little tip if you're not working with splits is you're going to take a really white crescent and stay in that. And step back into a downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide open. Lift your tailbone high and you can take your legs above your head in a headstand. Oops, handstand. And lower down.
Downward facing dog. Bring your left hand in the center, right hand to your left ankle. Look under. Change sides. Take your right foot to the front of your mat. Feet in plie. And guess what? Plie. Why not? You can have your hands either over your heart or over your belly and your heart. Don't touch your skin. Just keep them a few inches over the area. And just feel expansion. You don't have to bring any thought into this. Expansion, ecstaticness, expansion, ecstaticness, joyous. Joyous dance of the soul. Those are your meditative keywords. And you can group them together. Ecstatic, joyous, expansive, dance of the soul. Do you feel that sensation in the palms of your hands and in your heart and in your belly? Do you feel that connection? Tune into it. Alright, so now that we're generating all this energy in the hands, bring the hands towards each other and circulate it in between the hands. Alright, flip the hands, circulate it. Flip the hands, circulate it. Flip the hands. If you're not feeling anything, that's fine, just stay in plie. Nothing is mandatory. Great. Alright, both hands over the heart. Just feed it into the heart. Feed it. Joyous, expansive, ecstatic dance of the soul. Dance of the heart. And we'll lower down into frog stretch. Coming out of this, feet closer to each other, knees closer to each other. Sit onto your heels. Sit between your heels and drop back either onto your elbows or onto your back. Breathe ease into your body. Breathe fluidity. Work with your breath to loosen tissue up, to make things looser and more pliable, more fluid. Coming out of this, hands in front of you. Bring your right foot forward for pigeon. Align really nicely for pigeon, walking the back foot away from you as far back as you need to in order to feel the stretch without it stretching your body or making your body contract. And keeping the hips square, hold here and breathe. Come back to your free breath, where your breath feels unobstructed, free, fluid, flowing. Breathe into your hips. thigh, maybe I tip end, maybe it's going all the way towards your tailbone, maybe hamstring if you are challenged in the hamstrings. And keep reinforcing ease, freedom and ease into your body. If your body is if you're one of those people that believe that they're very stiff, let go of that belief. Just let it go. Don't be attached to your beliefs of who you are. Let it go. Allow yourself to be what it is, what you are. You have the permission to be who you are. Don't spend your entire life trying to please everybody in who you are and building this person that you're not truly satisfied with, but it's what other people would love you to be. Try to be who you are. I promise you, you will find the circle of people that accept who you are and actually are ecstatic, and you can grow together. There is shared evolutionary growth we can have when we truly express our truest potential and express. When you express the truth of who and what you are in your path will cross with the paths of other people that are on the same path, and you can express the genius within each other. You can bring forward the genius of each other and create a lot of new concepts. You can come up with new ideas and create bring up new creations forward. So this ties into the pain concept of the beginning of the class, where we observed our pain and I encouraged you, or I touched upon something. I encouraged you to look into your pain. You can't cheat the process, and you can't bypass the process, and you can't numb it down, and you can't hide it, or you can't take pills, or you can't drink alcohol or do anything in order to hide the pain or bypass the process of growing. You're just delaying it and causing more pain to yourself in the process. So I encourage you, if you're not ready now, to put it in to understand it in your head and prepare for it, that you will have to face your pain in order to let it go and grow past it. You have to sit with it. No distractions. No ways of running away from it. No ways of masking it. You will just have to sit with your honest, true, naked self and face it. And allow it to break you down when you're ready. Of course, you don't want to get lost in pain and never come out of it. But when you're ready, it will not be such a destructive process that you cannot come out of it, but it will be a destructive process of you facing what you are suppressing or running from, or what is holding you back, or what is creating all this suffering. What exactly, which pain? What is the nature of that pain? You have to face it, and that is not the end of your process. You're going to have another pain in the future because there is more growth and more areas to discover of your psyche and of your higher consciousness and subconscious mind. So one by one, allow yourself to be free and honest, truthful. Bear with yourself and
Allow yourself to sit through things because you're inviting at the end of the process an ecstatic, joyous, opening growth. Knowing yourself and freeing yourself, liberating yourself from fears, it's an absolute ecstatic place to be. Coming out. A few circles with that right knee. Left. Flex your foot and make sure that your hips are level and lower down. Bringing awareness to your body here as you lay here. Bring awareness into your body through your breath. Becoming aware of your body. Oftentimes people develop all these diseases and they're so unaware of their bodies that they don't even feel anything is wrong. And that's why we want to constantly scan the body and bring awareness into the body in order to bring consciousness and conscious awareness and conscious movements and conscious healing into the body. Allowing each breath that you take to be healing. Allowing yourself to be the healer. Your mat, your yoga practice, this moment is just the space that holds your healing, and you're the healer. You're the healer of your own heart and the healer of your own body and the guide for your own mind and soul. And coming out of this, take your toes under, press all the way back, and circle the knee. I'm no longer guiding you out of pigeon step by step because a lot of you have done a lot of the classes where I do it in detail, but maybe I'll go back to detailed guidance for anybody new to my classes. Spread the fingers wide open. Step the right foot between the hands, drop the back heel down,
So here, chest parallel to the ground, hips square, hands over the heart. Come up to standing, double check with your hips one more time, heel to heel alignment, and bring your hands behind you. Open the chest, look up, reverse prayer, and lower down. Release the left hand on the floor, revolving triangle pose. Oh, it's much easier now when we're all that, when we've done all this opening. Excellent, both hands on the floor, lower down, and change sides. Left foot leading, heel to heel alignment, square the hips, come up, reverse prayer. Open and look up. Exhale, lower down. Coming back up, revolving triangle, right hand on the floor, open. And step it back. Headstand, forearms on the floor, clasping the hands, bring your head between your hands and come up. If you have any areas that in your body that feel painful, try to bring conscious movement and breath into these areas. When you move and twist, try to work into the tissue with conscious movement as if you're a massage therapist and just breaking up all tissue and coming down. Child's pose. Inhale, coming back up. Lay down onto your back. Prepare for bridge pose. Either stay in bridge or wheel pose, hands by the ears. Toes pointing forward. Chest opening towards the back of your room. Lower down. Right knee into the chest, circle the knee, bring it across. Change sides. Soles of the feet together. Reclining bound angle pose.
visualizing white, glowy sunlight coming into your heart, and just bask in that sunlight, bask in that light. Be showered in that light, and stay here for as long as you need to keep showering, keep basking into that beautiful crystal white light. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste.
La